technology, we stopped at let's see, about understanding what this naturalization, the constitutional law, understand exactly what our founder intended. You know, for the temples wouldn't be under this turmoil. So, but by not taking a proper look, Morris, at what the national society is really about, from the local perspective, the state and the federal agencies are making a list and forming many task forces and different investigation groups, bodies that come down on Moors that's not going by the true teachings of Noble Drew Ali. I'm telling you, Moors, with this, I promise you, they coming down on temples, groups, and those who claim to be some called sovereign citizens and following behind the so-called European sovereign citizens on how they wish to do things. I'm telling you, that ain't got nothing to do with Moors. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Nothing. So let's clear up a few of confusion. I'm here to do that. I'm here to clear up some confusion. Get your pens. Ask a brother. He said he part of the Moorish Science Temple and he did it the right way. He should have the same liturgy I'm saying. And he shouldn't be trying to act like he's all-knowing. He should be able to lead you in the right way. And he should be spiritual as well. And he should know all of. I'm a studying philosopher. I'm a teacher. I do lectures on college campuses. That's why I don't get in arguments with Moors. I come with history. I give everybody references, everything. So that's why I say it don't matter to me. So we're going to clear up some things through study of law, and what Prophet Noble Drew Ali has set up. Through study of law. I told you I'm a first-year doctoral student. I'm studying indigenous people law and policy. That's dealing with people. That's property as well. And I'm dealing with a land. That's property as well. You must know that. You can look. It ain't no such thing as moral law, black law, none of that. Indigenous people law and policy. And if you don't know that, oh well, Moors. And we must know that through the study of law and what Prophet Noble Drew Ali has set up. What Noble Drew Ali has set up. What Noble Drew Ali has set up. What Noble Drew Ali, I got to keep saying it. Because if you do things the right way, you don't have to do. Noble Drew Ali built a house. All we got to do is live in it. Become nationalized. If it's not a temple in your area, practicing their own thing, you set up a temple in your area the right way. It's that simple. That's why Noble Drew Ali said, is the temple not right? He not right. Isn't that what he says? If the temple is not right, he's not right. So how is there only one way to make the temple right? With the right people. And when you have the right people in the temple, Noble Drew Ali is right. We're talking Sufism. We're talking spirituality. People just be lying because they didn't know history. They love putting a European on the pedestal. No European had any science at all. It came from Moors. I'm telling you. Blavatsky, I show y'all all that. I'm going to lecture on that. All the wisdom come from the Sufis of the East. All wisdom. All. A-L-L. All wisdom. Come from, and they'll tell you, the pen will tell you, Blavatsky will tell you who she was taught by. All sheiks, man. It's just facts. Research it. Noble Drew Ali, what he set up. Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the only true sovereign. The only true sovereign. The only true creditor in the Western Hemisphere, Moors. Those who become members and citizens in his movement are his heirs. Y'all don't get this? Y'all don't get this? You're talking about something else, and if you're part of the Moorish Science Temple, you understand what the land, what it is. You. If you get all your paperwork, your adoption papers, your amnesty, you're not understanding this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali demonstrated this by how he registered our movement, Moors, what has been recorded for public record, and at the language of our charter. Our charter, don't you, just like I tell people, don't you know what a charter community is? Don't you know what a charter neighborhood? You're not understanding law. You can create it. It's already set up. Become a Moorish Science Temple. We can operate. I keep telling Moors. Charter, Holy Quran, 101 questionnaire and divine constitution and bylaws. No one individual can be sovereign. Do you hear me, Moors? No one individual can be sovereign. No one individual can be sovereign. I said 1,000,000 times. I don't care what nobody telling you with no fair zone. They lying to you and they're going to get you in trouble. You ain't sovereign by yourself. How? How? Talk to me. That ain't a nation. And you will understand that, Moors, if you study. If you study your God or your higher powers is your sovereign, you don't get it, which is then represented by the head of the nation and government, Moors. So anyone wishing to be an individual sovereign is an era of law and divine law, Moors. Don't y'all know that? But our divine and national movement, you out of line. The Dred Scott case showed that there is a sovereign community, a body, a politic. We the people, not an individual. That's why I know Moors don't know law. When I break things down, they be like, what you saying? I'm like, man, law, you don't understand. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution to the United States of America. But you don't understand. You think it's just words because you don't know who you are as a nation. We arguing. We the people, not an individual, Moors. The language that some of our people wish to use would do nothing but get them jammed up in the end. I promise you. I promise you. They don't know law. They highlight, they posted memes. They take some off and they post it on there and the person didn't say that. They posting old history and things. And I'm like, you go follow that and see what happened. They don't know law. You don't know the language. It's a language. It will seem as confused legal jargon. That's what we use it. Legal jargon. Bullcrap. Being a paper terrorist. Do you hear me? I'm telling you. You don't get this? You think I'm making stuff up, don't you? Research it. If you already more, you don't even have to go to court. I'm telling you. You don't even have to go to court. I'm telling you, Moors. One of my brother, because I'm live on my YouTube page, my homeboy said, man, will you please say that again? Okay, I will go back right to where I go. Islam family. I'm going to go where we go back. Okay, I go here, fam. Okay, you will see if you study, your God or your higher power is your sovereign, Moors. No individual is sovereign, which is then represented by the head of the nation and government. So anyone wishing to be an individual sovereign is an era of law and divine law. Are you hearing me, Moors? I don't care what nobody say. They're lying to you. They're going to get you in trouble. Hence our divine and national movement. The Dred Scott case showed that there is a sovereign community, body politic. We the people, not an individual. The language that some of our people wish to use will do nothing but get them jammed up. And what we use in legal terms, we call it jargon. Being a paper terrorist. And you don't believe that. Delusions of grandeur or being a sovereign in black. You don't understand what I'm saying, Moors. Studying the language of Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a key, Moors. When I be telling you the language, when you go to court and you speaking like a Negro black color with a fez on, they know off top you don't know law and they finna get you. They finna get you because you don't know no precedents. You don't know nothing. You just going in there like, oh, I don't highlight this. Somebody, you don't look someone on YouTube, some real old, the language that came, got you. And that's how they know you're not under the Noble Drew Ali. I promise you, Moors, the Moorish Science Temple is legit. But when you go in court like that, that's how they know you're not part of the temple. Now let's finish. As a prophet, Adab, angel, and Ali, it would only make sense that Prophet Noble Drew Ali had foreseen what was to come and understood the language of law, Moors. So misguided Moors or individuals who wish to use the word Native American, Native Indian, American Indian, Amerindian, Aboriginal, First People, First Nation, Original People, Indigenous, Paleo, Pre-Adamite, Autochthon, etc. in their documents to prove that is who they are, not dealing with specifics. Specifics, Moors. When I say specifics, you can't talk in general. Specifics in the court of law, you got to be specific and history on who they really are. Not modern history, ancient history. But we don't know, we arguing. Neither do they understand the language and information of what Prophet Noble Drew Ali was stating in chapters 45 and 47 in our Moorish Holy Quran, and questions 12, 13, 14, 30, and 32 in the 101 questions, Moors. I hope y'all highlighting this. Because if you're not studying, you lost. And if you're in the temple, they don't study the Quran, you lost. The keys are in there. Those that I listed are just a few. The Moor and the Moorish Americans, and does not have any holistic saving power. So de facto jurisdiction will be able to find a way to get jurisdiction or break treaties. Exactly, Mo. Exactly, Mo. All law specific. Like I tell brothers, I don't hear, I'm not debating. I had a heckler the other day, and I tell you, when a person coming from their religious dogma, they true colors to show. They true colors to show. They don't know ancient history. I'm not here to argue. When we talk about ancient history, Muslim and Muslim and ancient history, yeah, it was wrote meaning the same thing. But Islam is something different, Moors. We just, and that's why I say, we got to know who you are. We got to know what Noble Drew Ali brought to us. And we got to understand all three of them to bring the synchronicity together. To bring the synchronicity together, Moors. But see, we so caught up in religious dogma. We get blinded by somebody that stepped on your neck. And Noble Drew Ali brought us all we need. American Islam, Islamism. I'm going to touch on all this, man. That's why I've been telling you, I don't argue with nobody. A person get mad when they come with their dogma because they're not Moors or the Moorish Science Temple of America. And I tell brothers, I study all religion, everything. I bridge the gap, we all one. But when you come with your dogma, we one people. So let's finish, Moors. All right, boom, 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 boom. As it has been and will continue to be stated, like I said, Moors, and you can look up these things when Moors research the Uniform Commercial Code. It's a trap. I'm telling you. Watch this. Watch this. When I show you how Moors read things and only read a certain thing when I say it's a trap. Exactly, my brother. No need for emotion. We're here to learn and teach. We can always agree to disagree and disagree just to disagree. But my whole thing, if you are studying, like for instance, if you're going to get a degree and you're doing research, you don't have to agree with the research. The research that you filed, which should be peer reviewed, which you should have done your peer review scholarly research, you might not like it. You might not like it. That's why I said religion has no place. Watch this. I'm about to show you. Watch this. Watch what I said. Context. Watch what I say. That's why I say you got to study the law. Uniform Commercial Code is a trap. Watch this. By studying the timelines. That's how we get caught up out of jurisdiction. Watch this timeline. One will see that the UCC was formed to counteract what Prophet Noble Drew Ali have done, which is take hold of the land, the resources, and we have the mandate to prove it. I'm telling you, the UCC was birthed in 1942. Follow me. Write this down. Crystallized in 1952. Write this down. It is fashion, Moors. It is fashions. That's right. That's right. No. It's not big. That's why I tell you got to know law. That's why I'm telling you. That's why I said, isn't it? We don't have to think nothing. Specifics. In law, you must be specific. In the court of law, there is no excuse of not knowing the law. That's why I tell brothers and sisters, we must study and study. That's why doctors be like, hey, you can't just put no title in your name alone how we studied this. Exactly, Mo. UCC, our codes, not laws. Exactly. So let's finish. Exactly. And even in the scripture, divine laws and commandments. I'm telling you. Exactly, Mo. That's why I'm telling you. That's why when I hear people speak and we talk, I know brothers study and they study law. We don't come from no side. It's just what it is. We don't get caught in no emotion. If I took a person to the scholars round table and I took a person to sit in with me in my course and do my things, you'll understand. Exactly, Mo. Exactly. Exactly. So let's finish, Mo. Let's finish. The UCC was birthed in 1942 and crystallized in 1952. It is fashioned after an ancient laws and customs of trade and commerce, that Moors was the originator of. However, Moors do not have to use it in this day and time of our salvation. Exactly, Mo. They don't get it. Persons are big. That's why I try to tell you. That's why my undergrad is in business. I have an undergrad in business management with a marketing, with a undergrad in nonprofit management. You are a business. They use you as a business. You are a business. When you get in your right person, you are a business. I'm telling you law. Let me finish. But it's fashioned after an ancient law and custom of trade and commerce that Moors was the originator of. However, Moors do not have to use it in this day and time for our salvation. Also using the UCC and the UCC1 filing to secure your straw man is committing a fraud. Do you hear me? I know y'all heard me. I say it again. I say it again. Also using the UCC and the UCC1 filing to secure your straw man is committing a fraud. And you can take that how you want to. Anybody. I dare you to try it and see what happened. And see what happened. There you go. There you go. That's right, Mo. Say it again. I'm reading what my brother just said. They want you to claim UCC so they can gear you up trying to claim a benefit, thus taking you out of few. Come on, Mo. I'm telling you. See, people, they don't study. They just get so caught up because somebody giving you some bits and pieces. That's not law. I keep telling you, ancient history is law. We getting caught up. Exactly. We study. So let's finish. So if you file a UCC and a UCC1 filing to secure your straw man is committing a fraud, a trap. It was explained earlier who the true creditor is. I explained it. That's why I be like, Morris, are you writing this down? If you in school and then we have an essay or a test on what we talk and we ask specifics, and I just gave it all to you. I just told you. I explained earlier what I was just saying, who the creditor is. Prophet Noah Drew Ali. And when Moors and those unnaturalized, listen to me. See Black Law's Dictionary, 9th edition, for definition of unnaturalized. Come under the temple and Moorish government, they will be protected. And under the umbrella of the true creditor. The true creditor. I'm telling you, man, I don't get any feelings. Don't make me no difference. I know what I'm doing. I'm a business. I operate my own business. I'm in schools. I teach Moorish history in schools. Under my own business. from no biasness. And all teachers know it. All Europeans, Masons know it. Also, they know it. So when you come in love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, they deal with you. They know they sounds of Muslims. But that's a whole nother story. Dealing with the United Nations declarations, what Moors have to ask themselves, do the United Nations have a charter? Question. If you don't have no questions, that's messed up. Excuse me. The answer is yes. Now, Moors, ask yourself a question. If the Moorish Science Temple have a charter, when you compare them, which language supersedes the other Moors? Huh? It will be clear that the Moorish Science Temple charter is higher than the United Nations charter, Moors. So why are Moors using the declarations under the United Nations Charter? Talk to me. It will be clear, Moors. Listen to the context of what I'm saying. Do not know or understand the national side of the movement or what Noah Drew Ali brought to us. In international law, charters are seen as treaties, Moors. In that situation, the Moorish Science Temple Charter, in its language, how it was wrapped up. Just like when you get a dang old mortgage, you get a mortgage that's personal. And I say, oh, my stuff in business, a different contract is worded up differently. I promise you. But they won't tell a black person that. They want you to get a home loan. They can take it from you. I get a business loan. I want the money. You see? You say I qualify for a $400,000 home loan. I need a business loan. That's your right. It's drew up all different. But we don't know this stuff. We don't know that your home is a parsonage. I can teach you all type of stuff, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't know law. Exactly. It's law, man. It's law. We get a house and stuff. We doing things. And I say, you go get a mortgage loan. They push all these papers in your faces. That's why I tell brothers when they say, oh, I'm going to court, I got my attorney. And I just broke something down. I said, man, the bar don't mean nothing. That's a group. I said, who's your legal representation? Who's your Moorish brothers that got the degree in Indigenous People Law and Policy? and understand certain things. You going to get a home in your own persona under the wrong thing, getting a personal loan, and they done push a paper in your face. You done signed it, and you done gave your house back to them. You done gave them power over your attorney over your property, what, to kick you out. But you don't understand. It's a scare tactic. You got to read this stuff. I tell Moors, you better read everything you sign. You better read everything you sign. So we can see that Prophet Noble Drew Ali has closed up every loophole. And when he said, paraphrasing Moors, I have a government, I just need the people. It will be clear Moors just have to get in line and under his protection. There you go, Mo. Say that. See, that's why I love when Moors come with wisdom. Promissory note expires in 9 months. How you got a 30-year mortgage? Watch this. Now, when you go to college and you get that little money from the government, what all you sign? A promissory note. Promise to pay the money back. That's it. If you got to understand certain things, man. When people be like, I say, look, man, it's just facts. And we get all arguing with things that don't understand. And I say, because those will let you know they don't know law. Feelings are not acceptable in law. Why are your feelings involved? That's religious dogma. Truth has no sides. But that's what Noble Drew Ali, he closed up all the loopholes. Noble Drew Ali closed up all the loopholes. He said, I just need the people. And it will be clear, Moors. They have the protection if they just get in line. So those misguided Moors and individuals who wish to expedite or themselves only think that means that they are leaving from under the jurisdiction of the de facto jurisdiction. However, expiration means, and this is what it means. Exactly. Exactly, Mo. Can't do it. They don't know law. I keep telling them, I ain't just reading no black laws. I'm in my first year doctoral studies, Indigenous People Law and Policy. That's dealing with people and property. That's right. Can't pay a debt with debt notes. That's right. I'm telling you. So let's dig when people be giving you misinformation about expatriation. Clearfield doctrine. Speak, Mo. See, this is what we say. See, these the Moors I deal with when I say we can link it, we can do work. We're here to help our people. We're not here to confuse people. And if we're wrong, we're willing to get up and say, you know what? Law and history shows we're wrong, like a real teacher. You don't want to lead your people wrong. So expatriation. Expatriation. Listen, Moors. This is the 4th edition revised. Page 685, Black Laws. Listen to me. Revised. The voluntary act of abandoning one's country. You hear me? When a Moor tells you, well, I'm leaving here, I'm going to a country. Fool, if you don't have nationality in another country, you are alien. You alien. You going to the FEMA camp. You already home. I keep showing you the Louisiana Purchase map. That's in museums. They got you twisted. They got South up top, North up bottom. Everything already was here. I teach this stuff. The back of your nickel, all that, it was already here. I'm telling you. They telling you wrong. The voluntary act of abandoning one's country and becoming the citizen or subject of another. The voluntary renunciation or abandonment of nationality and allegiance. So not only is one leaving, the foreign jurisdiction, they are leaving all jurisdictions. All jurisdiction. Law of the land, basically naked, politically and nationally wise. If you listen to Moors that tell you the truth, if you study and not be on the and oh, it went off. Yep. Oh, that was it. Yeah, I gotta come back on. My fault. I forgot I went. Yeah. So we coming back, Moors. We coming right back. Here we come. Give us 1 second, and we coming live and direct. Sorry, Moors. Let me get everybody back on. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second, Moors. All right, we back. Yeah, we back. Yes, sir. Live and direct. I'll give y'all a second to come back on. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, we at expatriation. Yep, that's where we are. Peace, Mo. Peace. Peace, Mo. Peace, Mo. Peace, Mo. Peace, peace. I want to start letting a couple people log back in. We at the part of expiration. Yeah, we lost. My fault. I hope we back on. Peace, family. I hope we back on. Peace, family. Peace, family. I come in peace. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. Like I tell Moors, I'm not all-knowing. I'm not nobody's sheik, nothing. I'm telling you, I'm a philosopher, a studier. And what I tell Moors, study, 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 and ask all the questions in the world. So let's get back to the part of expatriation. expatriation. Let's break that down. We're in the Black Laws Dictionary, the 4th edition of the revised page 685. Let's dig. The voluntary act of abandoning one's country and becoming the citizen or subject of another. The voluntary renunciation or abandonment of nationality and allegiance. So not only is one leaving the foreign jurisdiction, they are leaving all jurisdiction. Yep. Law of the land, basically naked, politically and nationally wise, Moors. If you listen to Moors that want to just tell you the truth and you listen to the right thing, you will get this. You don't have to argue with nobody. Law and history, you will see that we do not teach or promote such act or actions. Moors that understand what this all about, we teach that our founder has highlighted. Follow me, Moors. What I say, we teach that our founder has highlighted and can be confirmed in research that we are part and parcel of the said government. We strive to be better citizens and true American citizens. Understanding the context of what I'm saying, Moors. Understand the context. Context. Yes, we are Moorish nationals, but understand the context and take part in progress of law known as naturalization under the Hebrew codes. Under the Hebrew codes that enabled us to come back into the constitutional fold, as our founder, Noble Drew Ali, has stated. And with study, it is also included coming back into the union and no longer be in rebellion, as highlighted by one of our 4 proclamations under Abraham Lincoln called Proclamation of Amnesty and Reconstruction. Research it. The Moorish Science Temple, the divine and national movement of North America, the Moorish American National Republic, is in no way against the said government. We are part and parcel of the said government. We are for enforcing the laws to save the nation, upholding constitutional law. Proclamations of Abraham Lincoln, the 13th Amendment, with 20 sections, teaching law and adhering to what our founder, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, has stated in his warning in Act 5 of our divine constitution and bylaws, Moors. Come on, there's nothing to argue about. I hereby inform all members that they must end all racial agitating speeches while at work, in their homes and on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course, Moors. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet. That's why I said, it's the temple not right, the prophet not right. We got to get the temples right, Moors. Just like they say the rap game messed up. Well, get it right. If we Moors and we nationalize right through the Moorish Science Temple, we got to get the temple right. Because Noble Drew Ali told us, if the temple is not right, he not right. We got to get down with the right auspice, Moors. I'm here. Violate the divine. So any member, okay, we're going to violate the mystery of the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish Science movement, we will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down by them, by their prophet. Divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. That's Act 5 of the Moorish Divine Constitution and bylaws, Moors. Flat out. The Moorish Science Temple of America is not mixed up with other temple group or so-called sovereign citizen movements. That's why we are the Moorish Science Temple of America. Anybody else, like I said, I'm not here to diss nobody. I'm not with other groups and temples. I don't know nothing about it. I'm part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, but I see things and I'm like, that's not Moorish Science Temple of America. And we don't mix with other temples or groups or some so-called sovereign citizen movements. And that the federal government agents have contacted the real Moors. I'm telling you, and asked, is this Moorish Science Temple? They know it's not. That's why I be laughing. I'm like, all of them, I'm telling you, it's not Moorish science, and they know it's not. Because we are said government. We set aside and clearly distinct from such lawless activity. When I be talking about adapt wisdom, I said, well, adapt wisdom said, if you're not under the law, you are outlaw, alien, outside of the parameters of the law. That's adapt wisdom. Y'all know this. I'll pull it all out and show you. But we set aside from that lawlessness stuff, that activity. We don't mess around with that. We don't mess around with that crap, which also includes communicating with Homeland Security, Moors. We therefore encourage and suggest that all Moors, those of our people who are not naturalized under the authority of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I ain't here to talk about the other groups. There's a whole bunch of people that's making cards. But I'm going to show you what should be on the back of your card if you were through the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's on the back of all our cards. Law. That's on the back of all our cards. Law, man. It's like I said, you got to check them temples and see if it's real. Nobody can be mad at you for asking. If they mad, you need to run away from that. But we encourage and suggest that all Moors are not naturalized under the authority of Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the law for us to be lying and telling people things. So let me see what else I wanted to talk about. Okay, I said that. I was going to give a little bit of the Sufi teachings, but I wanted to talk about something that, did I save that? Let me see. No, let me see if I got this and I'll talk we'll touch on this, what's on our cards, and then I'm done. I don't even think I saved it. Let me see. What we know in Sufism, one of our main things, what we say, when people lie, we don't attach ourselves to any particular creed exclusively, so that you disbelieve all the rest, Moors. Otherwise, you will miss much that is good. You got to understand that. Listen to me. With the Sufi wisdom, we don't attach ourselves to any particular creed exclusively, so that you as Moors disbelieve all the rest. Otherwise, you will miss much that is good, Moors. Indeed, you will fail to see the real truth, Moors. God, the omnipotent and the omnipresent, is not contained by any one creed, Moors. For he says in the Quran, wherever you turn, there is the face of Allah. That's Sufi wisdom, Moors. I can go all in that, but we're not going to get in that. I want to talk on something specific, then I'm going. I thought I saved it. Let's see. I wanted to show you what's on the back of our nationality cards and the history of all that. But I thought I had it, and I guess, Lee, I don't. But let's see. I thought I saved it for you guys. I have to touch on that tomorrow. But it makes a difference. Maybe I'll speak on a little bit of this. To really illuminate something where it blow your mind. Let's see. Well, it won't blow most mind. The ones that understand where I'm going, that study under the Moorish Science Temple of America. Let's see. Can I pull this up for you? One of my attachments that I taught on earlier to one of my friends. Yep. It's good. Be patient. Be patient with me. Oh, there we go. I went right past it. Wow. Okay, go back. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to it. Oh, okay. Dang, I'll give y'all this. I'm going to give you a little bit of this, and I'm going to go back to the other teaching. And I'm going to share this with y'all. I'm going to show you what this is real fast, so you can know what I'm reading from. I got to show my family. This one should be on your ID cards. I'm about to show you. And you can check the source. That's why I say you got to do things the right way. And like I said, Noble Drew Ali set something up the right way. And it's a way to do things. And then you navigate. So watch, I'm gonna break something down. I'm going to show y'all something. So what it's saying, the Moorish American National Republic Education Department, Moorish School of Law and History, National and Identification Card Manual. So let me break this down and I'm going to get into other history. This is not a social organization. It is a divine and national movement. By you being born here, don't make you a citizen. Look what I have on. Now, this was handed to me by the government. It represents the royal prince. Moors, it will take you 10 years to know what is on your nationality card. Have a different type of flags. Now, y'all mean something different. These are all good questions, Mo. These are the questions that we should have, and nobody should have a problem with questioning them. It's stuff that's ancient and modern. We'd touch it. Some that went to Moroccans, a certain part of Morocco, not ancient Morocco. It's a lot. And the person shouldn't be afraid to answer those questions. So let's break some down. This will know some of the principles and some of the establishments. If my principles are carried out, the United States will be the richest and most prosperous country on the earth. If not, the worst is yet to come. I come to set you free from the state of mental slavery that I found you in. Some of you Moors are going to throw away your name just for a morsel of bread. If I tell you that I am going to do a thing, I have done it already. Oral statements of Honorable Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Moors. He who controls your habits controls you. That's from the National Grand Sheikh Joel Braden Bey. That's one of the deans. So I'm going to break a little bit down because this is so much. I can't break it all down. I'm going to break a little bit down, then I'm going to get into the part and we're going to be done. So let us begin with Act 6 from the Moorish Science Temple of America's Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Moors, I know we know that. I just read it. We all, with us all members, we must proclaim our nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and divine creed, that they must know that they are not parcel of the said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865, during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people, his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwest and southwest shores of Africa. See, and I love when you said that, Mo, because they say. Tell them to show you some proof. They say, I'm gonna show you proof before you can go find it. When a person say, give it to me before I can find it for myself. That's all I tell a person. They said, I'm gonna give you all history documents and things of how things rewritten and what different flags mean, all that. So so I understand what the person say, and they say, well, show it, prove it. They can't. You are now a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine and National Movement of North America, ECT. Your nationality and identification card has on it a certain language, and your responsibility to be able to demonstrate this language, as well as the symbols on the card. You hear what I said, Moorish? Listen to me say it. Listen to what I said. Your nationality card, your nationality. And where my other identity? What is my identification card? That's my tax card. Your nationality. Oops. Your nationality, Moorish. It's stuff on here that mean things. It's stuff on here that mean things. So let me say this. Your nationality and identification card has on it a certain language. And it is your responsibility to be able to demonstrate this language as well as the symbols on the card. Exactly, Mo. Oh, hey, brother, boy, you just said something prophetic, Mo. I'm going to break some. See, you just said that. He said, Google don't know shit. Exactly. I tell people you can't know nothing about law. The Moorish Science Temple, Google University, because they give you false information. So let's get into some real stuff. When I tell people don't get caught in spookism with more, we talk about Illuminati and they don't know history. I tell people Illuminati, Jesuits, control the pen, false information. When people be talking about Zachariah stitching, that Anunnaki, some aliens, all pseudo. That's Illuminati. You look in the scriptures, the Anunnaki is us. If you some short people and you go to an area, you see these big tall people, 8 foot tall, what you gonna say? Aliens, giants. I'm telling you history, but we get connotated. So the Illuminati is giving you false information. If you got a checking account, it's already done. Get out spookism. This is a spiritual battle, nationality and divine creed. That's what Noble Drew Ali told us. When you're part of the Moorish Science Temple, you have nothing to worry about. Don't y'all understand this? I keep telling y'all, everything is set up off the Zodiac Code, which is the 12 Zodiac Code from 0 to 9, which was the Moors established. Don't y'all understand that? The Magna Carta, all that. Moors. Man. Come on, Moor. Facts. Facts. I keep telling Moors. I got real degrees in the academia. When you're talking about what's the art of war, I went into it. I destroyed them. All they academia is pseudo-academia. All they language is linguistic apartheid, medical apartheid. And I graduated with honors. But you must understand history. They can be mad. They don't have to agree. But when you're in scholarship, they just say it's true. They don't have to agree with you. That's why I keep telling more. I don't give a damn if nobody agree with me. Why do I care? I ain't no religious preacher. I've been through all that. That's why I tell people I have real degrees. I deal with scholarship. You don't have to like nothing I say. I graduated. I have 2 degrees. I graduated with honors, and I'm working on my doctoral in Indigenous People Law and Policy. Do I sound like some European preacher, some Christianity, some king, some pope stuff, and all that? No, I talk just like this. I proved it all the way I thought. And all of them, the ones that know, they all put me to the side because they know. They're like, man, you taking it all the way back. They're like, yeah, you're going ancient history. Academia is modern history, which is European history, which is connotated history, which is arbitrary history, which is B to the S. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, all pens. They're not real. Stolen legacy, yes, that's a little bit. Not real. I'm telling you. I did lectures on this at college campuses. Not real. They all pens. Egyptians didn't teach them. They didn't teach nobody because they didn't write nothing down. But you are a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine and National Movement. This all on our cards. So we will identify the various degrees and symbols and references on our nationality and identification card. So this is my nationality and my identification card. I'm about to break some stuff down that should be on these cards. And then you got to check it and see if it's in the right dispensation because the brother can print anything. I'm telling you. We will identify the various degrees and symbols and references on your nationality identification card. This is your nationality identification card of the Moorish Science Temple, blah, 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 and Divine National Movement of North America, blah, 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 blah. So I show y'all our card. Let me pull it out. Because there's a lot of stuff that come with you when you do it the right way through the Moorish Science Temple. You just ain't getting no 3 cards. So this right here. Let me read this. Same thing that's on identity card. The sign, the symbols are on the top. Let me read this. This is your nationality and identification card of the Moorish Science Temple of America and birthright for the Moorish Americas, etc. We honor all the divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. Let me say that again. We honor all the divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. Let me say that again. We honor all the divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. May the blessings of the God, our Father, Allah, be upon you that carry this card. I do hereby declare that you are a Muslim under the divine laws of the Holy Quran of Mecca. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice. I am a citizen of the USA, Noble Drew Ali, the prophet. And then the person that asks you why it's all in caps. You don't understand the essence of what this is all about. That's why I tell you, a person that argue over there about stuff that make no difference. I'm telling you, 5933 W Madison, Chicago, Illinois, 60644, because they don't know law and history. That's why they argue over things that somebody said. Well, I heard, well, my man said, or such and such said. That's what we do. That's what we do. I'm telling you. So, I am a citizen of the U.S. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, our authority, Chicago, Illinois, Cook County. Copy book 511, page 579. I'll be going over this stuff of our history. I'll be going over this stuff with Moors. We should have all the literature. All Moors should have the same thing I have. But they don't have it because they want to lie to you. They want to say you ain't ready. What is the difference between Muslim and Muslim? The only difference, and I'm talking in modern history, follow me, Moors should know this. The only difference is spelling. When we're talking about the context, follow me. Muslim, both mean one who is of peace. Muslim is the Arabic spelling of the name. M-U-S-L-I-M is the Arabic spelling of the name. Muslim is the spelling of the name for those who reside in the West. It is the name taught by the Honorable Noble Drew Ali. That's why he said, people telling you got to learn this and learn this. Noble Drew Ali said, a prophet come from amongst your people that speak the same language, Moors. Where do I define? He said, where do I find the divine laws of the Holy Quran of Mecca? In the Quran of Mecca, which is the Mosaic Code, Moors. Am I a United States citizen? These are the questions that asks. The United States citizens is chattel, property under the 14th Amendment, which were not the laws that our founding fathers instituted, which was declared null and void in 1883, Moors. Civil Rights Case Number 109, U.S. 3. We say that we are a race and free, but how can we truthfully say that when the execution will have never been carried out, Moors? And as long as that is not carried out, Moors, we still belong to the slaveholder, their property. And the 4th article of the Constitution of the United States guaranteed the protection a citizen's property. You don't understand. You may try to use the 14th Amendment for protection, but that is useless because the 4th paragraph, Moors, let the cat out of the bag. Follow me, Moors. Listen, it clearly states that the slaveholders never got paid for you, for chattel, making you steal their property, Negro, black, colors, African Americans. And the only way that you can be free from the slaveholder, one, or would I say A, the execution, the will, or the executive will of President Abraham Lincoln must be carried out. Emancipation Proclamation of September 22, 1862, Moors. B, you become federal property, Moors. See, nobody want to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you. C, the government will change your status, set us free and citizens out of you so you can enjoy the blessings of the Constitution and the United States. And if the government don't do that, you still will be a slave. And Section 9 of Article 1 of the Constitution of the United States, Moors, will be violated because no slaverism is to be in existence after 1808, Moors. So please, I'm going to give you specifics. Read the last paragraph of the Emancipation Proclamation, September 22nd, 1862, Moors. Come on, Mo. See, I love it, brother. Right, Mo. That's why I said we gonna connect together. I teach Mo when I gave them lecture of the Black Christian codes. I said, man, these were laws. You don't have a right. Still, the Black Christian code, that was law. Come on, Mo. That's what it is. They don't want to study. I'm telling you, real facts, Mo. That's a good one. And a lot of that stuff still hold today, but we don't know because we don't study law. Yes, Obama passed the law. You have the right of a nationality, but you're not part of a nation. You did that on your own. I'm telling you, they give you pieces. They give you pieces when a person signed an oath. And I'm not going to say no name. When I tell you, I'm not under no one thing. I'm not under no European masonry. I'm a Sufi. I have elders. I have a lot of my elders that a couple passed. I'm gonna put them out. I have a lot of philosophers, Sufi, and so I get a lot of ancient history. You know, and so I just tell the people what it is, man. You know, it's just what it is. You know. So please read the last paragraph of the Emancipation Proclamation of September 22nd, 1862. I'm telling you, it's signs and symbols that mean things. Honorable Noble Drew Ali was a citizen, Moors. You got to remember that. You cannot separate the Moorish Science Temple from the founder. Its members nourish congregation, Moors. We are one. However, we are not true American citizens because the laws of the Emancipation Proclamation, inclusive of the 13th Amendment, with 20 sections has not been enforced. Moors, are we clear? We are free on paper through the Emancipation Proclamation. However, Moors, as stated in President Abraham Lincoln's supplemental, January 1st, 1863, listen what he says, whereby declaring all persons held as slaves are forever free, and the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authority thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of such persons, and will do not act or acts to repress such persons or any of them in the efforts they may not their actual freedom. So to the point what I was just saying when I was saying I'm not under no religious or no, I didn't sign no oath. You know a person when they sign an oath when they under European masonry, because they can't tell you everything. I keep telling Moors, if you a Moor, you get the 32 and 30 degrees in Moorish Science Temple. That's why Europeans call themselves sons of Muslims. I don't care if you Prince Hall Masonry, don't make no difference. They all shunned upon the Moors because they went and got and they want to assimilate with the Europeans. I'm telling you. And the Europeans are telling them all wisdom came from them. They hold all the rights. You think it's only 32 and 33. And I'm telling you it's 99. That's the ancient right of primitive right of Mizraim. Mizraim is Egypt. The Europeans went to the Italian European went to Egypt and found the wisdom. I have all their books. I'm telling you. That's why I said I'm welcome in all places, because I come in love, truth, and peace. And I say, I know what y'all doing. And they say, well, you come to wisdom. Why you don't have a big temple? I said, because a lot of Moors, they think they know everything. So I do lectures and teachings all over. Those that have a listening ear. And I teach law. It's just facts. That's right, Mo. That's right, Mo. So like I was saying, whereby declaring all persons held as slaves are forever free. Okay, I gave you that. Therefore, we are not actually free Moors, but free on paper. Free on paper. Follow me. No, that's why people tell you, you don't have to have all that. Just put it on paper and let me see, because on paper, paper is legal. Y'all don't get it. When I say a business, I say, look, you don't get it. That's why Noble Drew Ali said some stuff, because on paper, paperwork is legal. It must be legal. You not follow me. Honorable Prophet Noble Drew Ali, in his editorial, A Divine Warning by the Prophet for the Nations, the wealth of all national governments, gold and silver and commerce, belonging to the citizens alone and without you, national citizenship, by name and principles, you have no true wealth, and I hereby calling on all true citizens that stand for a national free government and the enforcement of the Constitution to help me in my great missionary work. Great missionary work. Missionary work. Because I need all support from all true American citizens. That's what we do in this missionary work of the United States of America. Help me to save my people who have fallen from the constitutional laws and government. And that's what I'm asking my brothers and sisters. I'm set up right. You don't have to be here. Let's set up. I'll show you how to get nationalized right. We have the temple the right way. We do everything. What does MNBVS mean? People be asking me, could I be breaking down codes? And I say, okay, listen, the first man, that's what it means. The first man to legally move to resurrect the 13th Amendment with 20 sections and the executive will of President Abraham Lincoln for the eventual enforcement in the federal government was Grand Sheik Richard Dingell, born in South Carolina in 1910. He was the first so-called Afro-American to throw off the shackles of Negroism by being the first man to register with the federal government as a descendant of Moroccans born in America. Look it up. He also established through National Headquarters Selective Service System, a program known as the Moorish National Bureau of Vital Statistics, under which all people must register according to his example. You can refer to the National Archives, file number 539, record group number 147. You don't got to listen to me. So I'm going to give you a little overview. Where does your social security number? Our 1010-5905. Which one of my cards got that on it? Let me see. All right, bam. You see our 1010-9905 up here. And what does it represent? What does it represent? What does our 1010-5909 represent? I'm about to tell you what it represents. On August 1st, 1928 at 2:52, if you follow me, from 1099, Y'all, I hope y'all business people know what that is. Was filed for a record in book 521, page 579. Affidavit. I hope y'all know what an affidavit is. SS1010 5905. This number is also the number of the affidavit of corporation, religious affidavit of organization, filed for records in Cook County, state of Illinois. I'm telling you, people lying to you, Moors. National and identification card on the back. So, national identification cards on the back. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a little bit because all this stuff means stuff. The temple numbers are all on the back where you can call. If lost, stolen, please return to the Moorish Science Temple of America, 259 North Pulaski Road, Chicago, Illinois, USA, Northwest of Maxima Territory. The phone numbers are, I need my glass, 312-966-1770. Other number is 318-945-0656. I have to look on all my papers, and the number's bigger on my papers. It's just real small on the back. So let me anyway finish. Copybook 521. You can find it in the Office of Registers. Filed for records in Cook County, Chicago, Illinois. You got to research this. Pull it up. Copybook 521, page 579. Our authority, corporation, religious affidavit of organization, form 1099, appointing sheiks of the Moorish Science Temple of America according to the rules and usages of such. The Moorish Science Temple of America, deriving its powers and authority from the great Quran of Muhammad, to propagate the faith and extended the learning and the truth of the great prophet of Allah in America, to anoint, appoint, and consecrate missionaries of the prophet, and to establish the faith of Muhammad in America, and said Moorish Science Temple of America, adopted as its corporate name, the Moorish Science Temple of America, the 20th day of July, 1928 AD, signed by Noble Drew Ali. File number 539 in 1940. Grand Sheikh Richard Dean Gale and his brother Grand Sheikh Timothy Dean Gale established the Moorish National Bureau of Vital Statistics under the file number. The file number is housed in National Archive, General Services, Administration, Washington, D.C., 20408. Why is this scripture on our card? When I say Leviticus 25 and 10, this scripture pertains to the Mosaic Code, which governs the entire planet. I just told you the 12 zodiac 0 to 9. It is on the card because we lost our birthright in 1774. And in order to come back into human family, we must apply the process by proclaiming our nationality according to Act what? Moorish 6. This is the only way we can come back into human family, by honoring our forefathers, ancient and divine. What is the 15th year? Or the 50th year? I'm sorry, Moors. When is the year of Jubilee? Huh? The 50th year was in 1913, from 1863 through to 1913, Moors. It was at that time, 1913, that Noble Drew Ali gave the call. Come all ye Asiatics and learn the truth about your nationality and birthrights. He made the call by hallowing in the 50th year, Moors. What is our possession? Listen to this. The land as described in the Holy Quran. Listen to the context. Context, chapter 47, inclusive of the Emancipation Proclamation of President Abraham Lincoln, who was the 16th president. There is the seven, keeping the numbers, divinity on point. Our authority as owners and rulers of the land will always be handed down through our heritage, stemming from royal house, hence the Holy Grail. Read your scriptures, Nehemiah 7, verses 5 all the way to 73. Read it all. Read it in the Geneva Bible when it say Moors and all that. I'll give you Nehemiah chapter 7. I read verse 5. No, I ain't even reading it all. It's too much. And my God put in my heart to gather together the nobles and the rulers and the people, that they might reckon by genealogy. That's birth. And I founded a register of the genealogy of them which came up at the first and found written. That's why most preachers, even people that's Islam, they won't tell you the genealogy of Yahshua the Messiah, because it touched the dot. All the parameters is touched. These are the children of the province of the west, up out of the captivity of those that had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away, and came against Jerusalem and to Judah, everyone unto his city, who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Ramai, Naamani, Mordecai, Bigvai, Nahum, Bana, the children of Portia, 2,172, the children of Sephatai, 372, the children of Era, 652, the children of Paphemo, the children of Jeshua and Joab, 2,808, the children of Elam, 254, the children of Zadu, 845, the children of Zakai, 760, the children of Benu, 648, the children of Biah, 628, the children of Asgad, 200 and 300, the children of Bigvah, the children of Adin, Attar of Hezekiah, the children of Hazum, the children of Bizai, the children of Haphrai, the children of Gibeon, the men of Bethlehem and Netophath. Are we clear? I'm just naming a few. The men of Anah, the men of Beth Mavith, the men of Keroth Jemerin, the men of Ramon and Gaba, the men of Machamis, the men of Bethel and E, the men of the other Nebo, 52, the children of Elam, Elam, the children of Haram, the children of Jericho, the children of Lod, Hadi and Onan, 721, the children of Sinah, the priests, the children of Jibai, the house of Jeshua, 973, the children of Emer, the children of Pashur, the children of Haram, the Leviticus, the children of Joshua of Kamadil, and the children of Hadavai, the singers, the children of Asaph, Asaph, the porters, the children of Salum, the children of Attar, the children of Talmon, the children of Akub, the children of Hatita, Hatita, the children of Shabiah, the Nathemins, the children of Ziah, the children of Hashpua, the children of Tabut. Come on, Moors. When we keep going, the children of Creos, the children of Lebanon, the children of Hanan, the children of Riah, Reniz, the children of Kioda, the children of Gazam, the children of Uzzah, the children of Pashka, the children of Bezah. Man, it's too many. Too many, Moors. Who is your family? This is on all this. Who is your family? On the back of your cards. The family of the royal house seen in the Quran, the Moorish 101. Page 2, number 27. I'll give in brief a line of genealogy, which through Jesus, which is Yahshua, if we give in the holy names, if we give in the Hebrew language, because there never was a J in the Hebrew alphabet. That's why they got you caught up. Some of the great fathers through which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz, by Ruth, Jesse, King David, Solomon, Hezekiah, Joseph, Mary, the royal family. See number 6, Nehemiah 7, all that. See the Holy Quran, chapter 45. Why is section 16 of the 13th Amendment with 20 sections on the card? It's on our cards. You ain't got it's on our cards. Why? Because all conspiracies in any state to interfere with lawful rights in any other state or against the United States shall be suppressed, and no state or the people thereof shall withdraw from the Union without the consent of 3/4 of all states expressed by an amendment purpose. If they do not adhere to it, they are continuing to conspire to keep us in slavery. I'm telling you. Why is section 17 of the 13th Amendment with 20 sections on our card? Because whenever any state wherein involuntary servitude is recognized or allowed shall propose to abolish such servitude and shall apply for pecuniary assistance therein, the Congress may, in the discretion, grant such relief, not exceeding $100 for each person liberated. But Congress shall not propose such abolition or relief to any state. See the President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. I keep telling y'all. September 22nd, 1862. Naturalization Orientation Book. Come on, Moorish. What is recorded in Group 147? This file recorded Group 147 depicts the area of the country where the individual resided when he entered into the military. However, he did not have to serve because he was a Moor. You don't know this. Jehovah's Witnesses, their religion, they don't practice in nothing government. They don't stand for the national anthem. They don't file taxes, all that. I'm telling you, research it. It was this time he was the first person to register with the federal government as a Moroccan born in America, therefore establishing the Moorish National Bureau of Vital Statistics for all Moors to register their vital records by following the example. What is Form 7003? Moors don't even know what that is. Form OAAN 7003, Federal Secretary Agency, now known as the Social Security Administration Form, SS-5. That was established for Moors to use the annex, their Moorish title to slave names, thereby changing form from lower self, the 14th Amendment chattel property, to your higher self, Moors, divine natural being, for a slave to a man, as a result of Grand Sheikh Richard Dean Gale and his brother Timothy Dean Gale meeting with the Department of Defense, General Hersey, Schwartz, and others, and later on a major. File number 1-17 was created through the Civilian Aid Office. Where can Form 7000 be acquired and what is it used for? As mentioned before, it was originally Form OAAN. That's why I tell you, Moors, when you file some stuff you don't know law, you messed up. Mo. Boy, see you dropping nugget. I don't mean to call you that, Mo. Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. Now, but you connect the dots. But see, and now, that's why I tell brothers, man, Farrakhan is a Moor. They all nationalized. It's only certain ones they're going to tell the truth to. I'm telling you, certain people sign off. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody. Man, don't y'all know in 2015 when Farrakhan did the Founders Day, he told that Noble Drew Ali brought this American Islam to us? I'm telling you, man. A1, bro. Hey, Ashe Mo. You gotta see the dynamics was he was doing. Because Ali didn't hurt nobody. He didn't do nothing. He was flexing his rights. But he didn't understand. And Elijah Muhammad came to him. You could naturalize yourself as a citizen because you didn't break no rules. But under this, when you operate in your right person, you have a right, your religious right and your nationality not to go to war. I keep telling y'all, Jehovah's Witnesses don't participate in nothing in government. Research it. They don't stand for the anthem. They don't have to go to they don't have to participate in none of that. None of that. None of that. I'm telling you. I come from no. I tell Moors, I study in all religious houses. I'm welcome in all religious houses. Not nobody that's mad, but under all religious houses. And I teach the truth. His brother got affairs. His brother telling, man, Mose, if I start putting out all the documents and stuff, I told you, I'm going to tell you, I'm part of the Philosophical Society. I have information that I'm going to start sharing once I get my temple. Once brothers start sharing, because I'm not going to give all information that brothers not under what we doing. They go operate and do something stupid and they say they part of what we doing. No. I'll break it all down, man. His brother tell you who it is. They tell you it all. American Islam. Family, you can go get a book called Islam for Dummies and look in the fact and research American Islam. I keep telling you, man, Peter Lambert Wilson got a lot of books. They tell you this American Islam, man, we getting it twisted. But as I mentioned before, man, the what was originally formed of the OAAN 7003, which is an old age account number, was part of the Federal Administration Agency. Yep. So we got to get things right. People give you parts of information and don't tell you the whole thing. They try to get you to sign some things, talk about you have a bank, this, now, and the other, getting you all caught up. And then they tell you, and then you will get something coming back where filing paperwork is fraud if you don't know the law. I'm telling you, it's something totally more complex than that. For years, it was no longer available. And I was mentioned on the Social Security Administration Act website. Pull it up. It seems that the SS5 and Form 7003 are used for the same purpose. You can request for a change in Social Security records. That's why I tell you, paper, you don't got to listen to me. It's information. I tell you, you can go through the government and the claim of the certificate of child replacing the birth certificate. But that don't mean you're part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The law says you have a right of a nationality and a right to change it. Nationality and identification card, back of the card. What is the Form 1099? Form 1099, a lawful form under the Smith-Hurst revised statutes of the state of Illinois, chapter 32 and 36, or appointed or warden, a vestryman, or whatever the name they may adapt, was incorporated. Form 1099 is our authority, Moors, under the law of 1781 and 1782. It is also our nationality, Moorish American. Religion is Islamism. our race, Asiatic, and our free national names of El, Day, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, became the adopted father of our members of his corporation and father of those in this race who do not know their true identity and national origin. These our rights of authority are under the law. Hold on, let me get the door. Hold on. All right, I got you. All right, Moors, I'm going to leave you with this so we can get some things straight for a person, for we don't have to get no connotated from nobody. I'm going to leave you with this and I'm gone. I'm going to give you additional questions on the Prophet, Moors and Masonry, and Muslims and Asiatic accounts. What was the Holy Prophet Drew Ali's mission? To save as many Asiatic as possible during the period of grace. When did grace period start? And you can research this. When I say people ask questions, I go, Noble Drew Ali built something. We got to perfect it. 1913 CE, which is Common Era. When did it end? 2001 CE. How did our prophet travel? By compass and square. Please explain. Okay. He used the compass to keep all his carnal desires under control, picked up the square to straighten out all the crooked places of fallen humanity, to make the corners of our conduct square. How did our prophet once travel? Answer, through the Masonic order until he became a noble. When I say Masonic order, we ain't talking about no European lodge. Y'all got to understand this, Moors. Through the Masonic order until he became a noble. Then he entered Islam. Who represented Islam in the West? Answer, since 1912 CE, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Did our Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali enter the shrine? Yes, he did enter Islam that way. Does this mean Moorish Americans should seek to become Masons and Shriners? No. Why, you may ask me. And I tell brothers, there is no longer any need for this because the Prophet gave us 32 and 33 degrees in our divine instruction too, when he placed the tarba and the mithra, which is the turban, on your kupta, which is your crown, and gave you the science. That's why I tell Moors, if you got a turban on and a fez on and you dish and talk about, oh, some masonry, you don't know the science because it comes from us. That's why the Europeans wear the fez in clandestine. That's why they call themselves sons of Muslims. Who among the highest of Rome enter al-Islam by practice? Masons. You hear me? Let me finish. Who among the highest of Rome enter al-Islam by practice? Masons. At what degree? The 32 degree. What is the secret password? Y'all know what they say. That's what they say. They say, Assalamu alaikum. What concerns then? Listen. Answer, Moors. A Mason bows on his knee to Islam, proclaims that Allah is God, proclaiming a practicing Muslim. So why are Shriners considered the joke of Masonry, Moors? Because they left Christianity to practice a religion other than that of their forefathers' religion, while still living in a Christian society or a Christian country. What exactly is al-Islam religion that Masons proclaim and practice? Follow me this, Moors. The names, issues, and principles of Abraham mixed with a select version of the faith of the Qurayshite, the Moor Muhammad. Listen to me, Moors. Context, and I want you to study. You never let nobody connotate you. And when they start getting mad, that's religious dogma. Is the Arabian al-Islam our religion? I repeat, is the Arabian al-Islam our religion? No. What is our religion, Moors? What is our religion? I'll stop right there and ask Moors, what is our religion? I know y'all know what our religion is. Because see, that's why I tell you when people come with their religious dogma, they get mad. Because they're not part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I'm not talking about nobody's religion. Listen to me, Moors. Our religion is Islamism. Answer. It is the religion of our forefathers. So then can I be more specific? Absolutely. Can you be more specific by explaining how it differs from al-Islam? Okay, let's do this. Islamism is universal law in harmony with self. I repeat, Islamism is universal law in harmony with the self, resulting in peace, the science and study of self-mastery, that Allah and man are one. Al-Islam being the Arabic for peace, which was perfected by Muhammad in the Moorish and the Arabic, and has since, unlike Islamism, that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought Moorish Americans, been viewed by the world much like cataclysm. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's why they get mad when you talk about time periods and who walked the earth and be like, wait a minute, these two things are the same. Uh-oh. That's why I say there's no scholarship in them. When see who walked the earth, that's why I said I come in peace. I'm a philosopher and a studier and historian. We know who Muhammad married, Khadijah. Do you know who Khadijah was? You don't know who her cousin was? High priestess, word God. So it's just certain things we got to understand. But it's been viewed in the world much like Catholic or catechism, in the premise to serve a God which exists outside of man himself, Moors. What is another term for Al-Islam? Answer. For Islamism, old-time religion of the ancient Egyptian mystery system, Moors, meaning what? Tuipsi, Sikri, T-U-I-P-S-E, Sikri or Sikri, which means know thyself, Moors. We know that, right? I hope. Can a Moorish American be a Mason also? Listen to me. That's why I said I don't get caught up in name throwing. I tell you, we Sufis, and we get into high side, we touch all avenues because it's our science. No, not a true and faithful Moorish American. Can you expound further on the science of the Shriner being labeled the joke of masonry? Of course I can. Yes, I can. This takes us into the history of the Moorish dance. And I was going to touch on that. Where's my booklet? Let me see. What did I do with my book? I was going to touch on that, but I'm going to do this tomorrow on the what they didn't teach you in history school. What they didn't teach you in Black history class. I'm going to touch on this tomorrow because I don't have time. I'm going to teach on that. I'm going to teach on that. It's going to blow your mind. And I want you to research everything, what they hear from you. So let's see. It takes us into the history of the Moorish American dance. When you look up Black Pete in the Netherlands and how they connotate, oh, he went down the chimney, that's why he was dark, not telling you he was a Moor. They mockery of you. Look up Dark Pete or Black Pete, Swarty Pyatt. I'm telling you, man, I connect the dots. We were all over. Moorish attire. What is the Moorish dance, you may ask? A dance borrowed from the Moors, or more accurately, an imitation of our culture. So who adopted the dance? Many groups of people throughout Europe, extending to the so-called Middle East, India, parts of Central and South America. Do any of these groups understand the science of Moorish dance in its pure form? Of course, maybe. Some do in India and parts of Americas. What about Europe? Maybe. So I'm just giving you a little bit of history, Moors. A little bit of history that we should understand when we don't get into any arguing with anyone. We operate on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when those are violated, hey, Allah, justice must take its course. You know, Moors? That's all. So let me see, do I got a little nugget for you before we go? No, I think not. Let's see. I'll give you this last little nugget before you go. Exactly, Mo. Exactly. Let me see if oh, I gave y'all that. I have to find it later, man. But I love y'all, man. Research, man. I had some. Dang, what did I download those booklets? Matter of fact, let me give you some stuff to research. Let me give you a book to research. Research Peter Lambert Wilson. I showed y'all the book. I showed y'all the one book that I want you to get from me. I don't even know where I put it. The Sacred Drift. But also get The Drunken Universe. Get that too. Yep. I'm going to break some down. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you how wordplay been played on us, and I'm gone. You got to research Ifa, what that word mean when we talk about language and Hebrew dialect, how things change, when that relates to the serpent. I'm going to touch on this. When I tell you people don't know gematria, it's a numbers code. Everything means something. So research Ephah pertaining to Sarah, how they changed things in the scripture, and I'm gonna show you what that all means. It's gonna go deal with the mixed measure, and I'm gonna show you what 11 is all about. I'm gonna show you what that all about, and that 11 is that mixed gene pool. Research the Ephah, and I'm gonna touch on that when people be talking about they hide stuff from you because they don't understand Hebrew. It's things that hidden because they didn't want you to know. We gonna connect the dots, man. I love you all, Moorish. Let's build this temple the right way. I need the help. I need my brothers and sisters' help. But I love you all. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, health, and wealth. Peace, Mos. Peace.